Hey y'all, this is D.Nicole from Rewind and Review, and today I'm going to be doing a recap of The Chi Season 5, Episode 1, Overnight Celebrity. And y'all, if I had to rate this episode out of 5 stars, I would rate it 4 stars, y'all. This was a pretty strong, solid season premiere, you guys. When I say Lena and writers wasted no time, they didn't drag certain scenarios, they let us know right away how this season is going to roll, and I thank them. So y'all, to my old couch potatoes, what's the old saying? Let's get to it. All right, y'all. So they wasted no time. I mean, the season opener started off hot and steamy, y'all. I mean, I don't know when the scene takes place. I don't know if it's a year later, some months later. All I know is that Emmett and Keisha are all up in this bed doing what grown folks do. And I don't know the status of Keisha's and Tiff's friendship either at this point, because we left off last season. They were best of buds. And now I can't wait to find out what Emmett and Keisha's situationship is, because it is messy, but it's really like Keisha and Tiff met through Emmett, so I'm confused on the loyalty at this point, because I mean they got married. I don't know, y'all. This is hard. I don't know, but Emmett and Keisha, baby, they got it going on. All right, y'all. So this next scene is catching us up a little bit with the characters. We see Linnaeus living with Kevin and the fam, and we see Trig and Rashad and Jake, but no money. We see Papa Brady to the back getting ready for his day with his Papa Pulpit sweatshirt. So we see Jada and Suede are also still going strong, but our girl face is telling me that she is not all in. Okay, y'all, but Keisha and Emmett are still going on from this opening scene. So we thought, as Tiff busts in the door and tells Emmett that her and EJ are going to go stay with her mama for a while, y'all. Tiffany's already getting on my nerves this season. And she already talking about she needs time. She needs this. Like, I don't got time for Tiffany. Like, go ahead, go to your mom. I don't care. But y'all, she wouldn't be her Scorpio self if she did not say, I hope you were dreaming about me, letting Emmett know that she know he was dreaming about somebody. Like, check down there. Okay. All right, so Tiff arrives at her mother's house, y'all, and I don't know how long this is going to work, because Tiff obviously ain't even told her mama how long she plans on staying there. She told her a few days, and y'all, she has come with bags and bags for her and EJ. And the mom, she's voicing her opinion. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with you young folks. I don't know how y'all want to have this open marriage and still want to screw on everybody. She's just saying how, a true black mother is very opinionated. And so EJ shuts her up real quick, telling her, Grandma, I love you. And you know how grandmothers get with their grandkids, they gonna step. So now she's got to take him to go get him a coat after talking all that cash money. So now we're with Nina, Keisha, and Dre. And y'all, Keisha said she got to go. She and Baby Ronnie are moving on campus. She could get her a fresh start. And you hear Nina and Drake joke about Christian. And so we see that they are still going strong. So now we're at Darnell and Emmett having father-son drinks, asking about, Emmett asking Darnell, how can he get Tiff back? And he pretty much tells him, give it up. She's trying to get far away from you. She done moved in with her mama. She don't want you. So Emmett's like, he has did everything that she asked. And I'm like, Emmett, I mean, season 1 and 3, you dibbled and dabbed. You did all that you wanted to do. So, I mean, now that you got serious, you can't get upset. But now we're with Trig. And y'all, he's buying an engagement ring for E-Money. So we already know that E-Money is not coming back based on her character, her real life character, telling us that she wasn't coming back to the Chi, ruining the surprise or whatever. So I just really hope that Lena Waithe can figure out a way to unveil her. Find somebody else to take her place, but still play money. Because I just really don't like how she did Brandon. Like, the storylines are not adding up from season 1. But, I'm not going to complain because I still love the Chi. But, yeah, I just hope you figured out how to unveil her. Because I don't know how this going to work. I like the money, but, baby, somebody else can act as the money. Somebody. Anybody. All right, y'all. So we're back with Emmett and Darnell, and you can tell our boy is really feeling his drink. So y'all, he has gone to Tiff's mama house to profess his love, y'all. He walks up, throwing up everywhere. So y'all, he's there telling Tiff He's been praying for them to be a family again, begging her to come. And Tiff tells Emmy that she does not want to be his wife anymore. She's chased him her whole life, and when she finally gets him, she pretty much got him out of guilt. So we're back with Jada and Sway, y'all. And Sway is ready to take it to the next step and move in. And our girl Jada is not ready. Like we said earlier, it's something that's not there, and our girl is not feeling her young tenderoni anymore. But she's talking about she needs to fix, and I'm tripping. He like, if I lived here, it would be. Now we're with Tiff and Keisha, and Tiff is catching Keisha up with her, telling her that she told Emmy that she don't want to be married no more, asking her was she wrong, and Keisha's telling her like, girl, you're living in your truth. So they're both texting their little boos, and so Tiff is telling Keisha Christian is weird, and Keisha like, just because he treated me right, he's weird. And like, thank you, Keisha. We want princess treatment. We not studying Tiff high in the ass. So y'all, we know Christian was a very sweet guy. According to Keisha, we needed her to have that basically after her situation of the kidnapping and the rape and the dad of her baby. So she needed a soft girl era. We know she needed. Yeah. Now, who told Drake to go try out for the varsity basketball team, knowing damn well he ain't never played in his life, y'all? I don't know if he thought basketball was a natural skill or what, but y'all, I am tickled. So y'all, the whole crew was there for the embarrassment. The coach had to put Jake out of the tryouts, y'all. But as Gemma tries to comfort her man, we learn that Jake is trying to figure out his outlet to get out. But one thing we know for sure, that basketball is not it. So Jake is really being mean to Gemma, and she's not really feeling him telling her that he ain't got options like her. So all I know is that Jake is not about to get on my nerves, taking it out on Gemma, because basketball is not for him. And y'all, she quickly tells him like, when did you try to get in the NBA? Because where did this come from? So here goes Bakari ass. He's now breaking the window to Trig's G-Wagon, y'all. And so Trig chases him down. You know, Trig is supposed to be this big community leader, but y'all, Trig is beating him up. Trig is telling him how he will kill him and all of that, y'all. And his friends are uploading the video, recording it. And they, as we know later on in the episode, that they uploaded it, y'all, and people are talking negative about Trig. And y'all, they're tagging him money. It's just a big old deal. And it's like, y'all, this boy literally threw a brick at this man's window, but this just lets us know how we are quick to take sides on social media, especially also when we know that people are being community leaders. As soon as they make a mistake, we are quick to, bring them down. So y'all, y'all, I'm just really over Jabari. I gotta figure out his name because I'm getting him and the dude name from Power mixed up. So he's either Bakari, I think, and the one from Power is Jabari, or it's opposite. All right, y'all. So this next scene, I am tripping because Papa just flat out asked Jake, "Did you think because you were black and from Chicago that you were going to be good at basketball?" And y'all, Jake is like, "Yeah." He really did assume that he didn't have to be that cold to be on varsity. And I'm like, yeah, Jake, you should have tried out for JV because, boy, you sucked real bad, okay? But Kevin is trying to tell Papa, let up off of him. And Papa like, you are just as sick as your own secrets. So, he's telling them y'all should listen to my podcast because y'all would have heard that. And now, y'all, I'm a little sad with this next scene because Keisha is sending a voice note over to Christian, pretty much breaking up with him, telling him that, she finally wants to be herself without being in a relationship, that she only wants to focus on herself and her son. And so next we're on FaceTime with Tiff and Rob, and he pretty much telling her that her and EJ can move in. There's an extra room. And Sway is y'all still pressed about not living with Jada. He's like, am I your glorified task rabbit? Why can't I move in? Jada, watch out. It's given that he needs a home. He's ready to move from mom, okay? Jada, stay away from Sway, okay? Because he's getting on my nerves with wanting to live with you. But at the same time, it's like, Jada, Stop wasting his time, girl. Because if you know you don't want to be with him, let him move on. He's a young tenderoni. He might have somebody else. He might be ready to start a family. He might. It's just some things that Waithe and Jada, I feel like, need to talk about. They are not on the same page anymore. They were on the same page last season. Not anymore. Jada don't want them. Okay, so like I thought earlier, Gemma was not liking how Jake was talking to her. Now it seems as though she is questioning if choosing Jake over Kevin was a mistake. So her dad quickly lets her know that you can't be flip flopping. You have to show people how to treat you. So basically, I feel like kindly letting her, like he's kind of letting her know that Jake might need a little assistance from you. You might need to walk away, let him gather himself, and he will come back to you if you work. So next we're at the school, at the pep rally, and y'all, at this point, don't tell Papa your business. Don't confide in him because, baby, he will use it in his stand-up. So Papa talks about Jake and basketball needing the moment of silence, bumming the basketball tryouts, joking about Jake, talking about, it's important for black role models in the household because Jake went out and did that. And Jake pretty much tells him that your daddy ain't worth nothing. And y'all, Papa responds telling him that at least he got one. And y'all, it seems like it's a little early in the season to tell, but it's looking like Papa and friends are going to outgrow each other. There's some tension between him and Jake for sure. Y'all, Papa was in rare form this episode. Like, Papa was doing a lot of talking cash money, okay? Like, Papa was in real form. I guess Papa pulpit, he is on that pulpit, okay? He's on it. Okay, y'all, so this next thing we see Trig and Rashad have found Bakari. And y'all, they still are trying to get into Bakari's head. Rashad is letting him know it ain't fun filling out job applications and having to put that you're a felon. And y'all, Bakari is just not getting it. Trig has to let him know, I know exactly how it feels to take a life. And ain't no blunt going to help you mask it. So they offer him again a job at Rock and tell him that they are going to keep pressing him basically until he comes. So y'all, the shower head this way didn't fix since he didn't fix it. Our boy Darnell has came to the rescue. He's telling Jada that he feels as though she's the one who got away, and so him and Jada they start kissing, and Jada stops and saying like, "No, we can't do this. We're both with other people." And Darnell, like, I can get dumb on the line right now. Like, I want to be with you. I want to be with you. I know I want to be with you. And, Jada puts our boy out. She kicks him out because, our girl, she's feeling Darnell, unlike her feeling Sway. So she needs to be real with herself. And she wants our boy Darnell. She wants him back. And you know what? I'm willing to give Jada and Darnell a try. I don't even think we have ever really seen them fully try. I think they tried, but I don't think it was for real, for real. But I think I'm willing to give them a go if they're both actually serious. So let's see how this works out because, girl, you don't like the Sway boy. You don't like him. All right, y'all. So we're with Kevin and Lene, and Lene is pretty much telling Kevin if she was Jake, she would have definitely put some paws up on Papa. So Kevin like, Jake took my girl, and we cool. And in my head, I'm like, Kevin, you're a rare as hell, cause now my friend Jake and Gemma, we have been dismissed from my social circle in general. So Kevin and Lene are at some gaming hall, and Kevin ass is having a PTSD flashback with him shooting running first season. I don't know if that's an important part in the episode, but I feel like it might be important in this season. So Christian responds back to Keisha, and y'all, I just hope that he finds somebody who truly deserves him. Y'all, I'm low-key upset at Keisha don't want to be with him, but I love that she was not only honest with him, she was honest with herself, and she didn't waste anybody's time. So okay, we're back with Tiff and EJ, and y'all, they are at Rob's house, and I think it's just moving a little too fast. Moving in with someone you just left your husband that same exact day, and now you're moving in with him, y'all. I don't know. So y'all, like I said, I really wish that Lena Waithe had did the unveil thing, but she did not. So y'all, if Money did not show up to the proposal, our boy Trig was on bended knee waiting for her to come in the building. But y'all, she decided to stay in St. Louis because she seen a video and her friend came in to give the news. She didn't even have the decency to do it in person. So now, y'all, we're at Tracy's doorstep, and we have Quentin from the first season, who is her baby's father, as well as Duda. And y'all, Duda, like, he came for her. So, y'all, this is messy because how does Duda and Quentin even know each other? Like, y'all, this is messy. But y'all, I'm in tune. So y'all stay tuned next week for episode 2 recap, y'all. So we can get it on because season 6 is on the way. When I say August 6th, it's on the way. So less than a month away. It's a month away, should I feel? So we have a month until we got a month. So catch up. Rewind and refill. Okay.